What up, young world? I see you out there. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me for a minute. My name is Matty Wills, for those of you who don't know. Today, I want to talk about something that is borderline ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous that it's even a topic of conversation in this regard. And yeah, I'm still on Ryan Lochte, the American swimmer that went over to Rio, down to Rio, whatever. And got himself caught up in that little scandal where he accused someone of robbing him and a couple of his teammates at gunpoint. And then, of course, later we found out that that was just a fabricated story to justify why him and his drunken friends vandalized a store and tried not to pay for the damage that they caused. So the reason that I'm particularly disturbed this morning is because I'm just doing my regular sweep of the internet, and I'm seeing all these stories about how NBC and staff of the Today Show are upset with Al Roker because he went on a rant about the situation on the morning show the other day. And I didn't see the rant live. I didn't even see it. I didn't even watch it. I heard about it, but I didn't even watch it until just now because I wanted to know what was upsetting everyone so much about what he said. Did he use some foul language? Did he say anything that wasn't true? Or was he purely being called out for the aggressiveness in his tone and the harshness that he used and describing what Lochte actually did? And what Al Roker basically said over and over was that he lied. He lied. He said that over and over. He was, you can tell that he was holding back some of the emotion that probably he wanted to seep out. And if you catch Mr. Roker in an environment where he's not being filmed, I'm sure that his emotion would run very wild with that particular subject, because this is what I think is going on. First of all, white privilege has allowed Mr. Lochte to escape a lot of the scrutiny that, you know, a brown person would have gotten had they done the same thing. And this isn't me race baiting, as people say. This isn't me trying to make this about race when it isn't, because at this point in time in this country, pretty much when it comes to public figures, it's always going to be about race. The way it's reported, the way the rumors circulate, the way people receive it, it's always going to be racially based, whether consciously or subconsciously, whether the person receiving it is black or white. The first thing that I thought when I saw this Ryan Lochte story break was that they about to let that white boy get away with murder. Not literally, but figuratively. I mean, yeah, I was happy that Speedo dropped him as a sponsor. A couple of other major sponsors that he's had over the last few years have dropped him. But then I look and I'm riding home yesterday, and who picks him up? Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars. So this guy who went to Brazil, embarrassed our entire country, loses all of these sponsorships, which was the right thing to do. If I own a company, I don't want one of the people that represent me in the world to be a person who's willing to lie about something so trivial. I respect those companies for dropping him. I don't respect Dancing with the Stars for picking him up and basically excusing his behavior and actually rewarding his behavior with another paycheck. Another chance to get back into the limelight in a little different fashion. Still celebrity-esque. If he goes on to win this thing or get in the final, I don't watch that show. The show sucks, by the way, but I know enough about it to know that it comes on a major network in prime time. So Mr. Ryan is going to get himself a nice little check. And, you know, I'm not against anybody making money. I just think that if there's a reason why all of these companies have dropped him, that should be a good enough reason to keep him from other major companies. Apparently ABC likes to stir the pot a little bit. Apparently they want to feed off this whole notion that all press is good press, I guess. And they run a business, and I understand that. But I'll get back to the point. Lay off Al Roker. Lay off Al Roker. What are you mad for? If you go back and watch it, and I can't put it in this video because YouTube won't let me upload it if I do. So go back and watch it. I'll link it to my website, maddywills.com. I'll link the video in this story so that you can watch it. And then I want you to honestly tell me if you think that Al Roker was out of line. I saw things like, here's a quote. It was a great thing to watch online, but a lot of NBC staff thought that he took it way too far for something that, while it was certainly a legitimate issue and certainly bad behavior by Lochte, outrage to that level just wasn't justified. Really? Al Roker, first of all, if you just read the headline that Al Roker went on a rant, that was one of the lamest and most subdued rants you'll ever watch in your life. That's the first thing. Secondly, the language that he used. He did not say anything untrue. The only thing that could be considered derogatory that he said about Lochte was the fact that Lochte lied and that he was a liar. And those things are true. Lochte admitted that he lied. So why is Al Roker being blasted for calling him a liar? That doesn't make sense to me. Shouldn't make sense to you. Unless you think about it from the perspective of Al Roker's a black dude. And we're in a time in this country where race and racism and prejudice and, you know, all of that stuff is at a new boiling point. And I just, in my heart of hearts, by the way, I don't even know what that means. In my heart of hearts, I can't believe that had Al Roker been a white guy making that same type of rant, that anyone would have any issue with it, that NBC would have any issue with it, that anyone on that morning show would have any issue with it. The anchor, the host, the co-host, whatever, the young lady that hosts the show that opened that segment, if you watch, she agreed with Roker. She said that Lochte lied. She knows it. Nobody's mad at her. What's her name? I can't. It's probably too. I can't find it. I don't know. She's got like sandy blonde hair. I don't know. I don't know what her name is. But watch the clip of what Roker said. Pay particular attention to what happened as that segment opened with the sandy blonde lady. I apologize for not knowing her name. I don't watch that show though, so I don't apologize too much. What I do apologize though for is the fact that it saddens me that we live in a country where we really can't do or say things that they can, and you guys know what I mean when I say we and they. That makes me sad because it's not a true freedom of speech if I don't expect Roker to be reprimanded in any way, but these types of things are what journalists and broadcasters lose their jobs over. If their company considers them to be a liability, then it's over with. I mean, that's part of the reason why I love working for Radio 1. I'll just leave that there. So watch the Roker interview. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is the scrutiny for Roker justified, or is this just another incident of, hate to say it, but white privilege, and at the end of the day, the black guy gets the short end of the stick? If you think that if Al Roker was white, he'd still be receiving the same amount of scrutiny, I'd like you to let me know why. So, I'm Matty Wills. I'll definitely be back at you all. We got a lot of Cleveland sports news happening, so look out for that. Come back, mattywills.com.